Well, budgets, of course, are always impacting our money, and not the only thing. People pursuing higher education are struggling to pay for it while trying not to be buried in debt.
And get this, a Pew Research study found Americans owed in all about $1.6 trillion in student loans. This was as of June last year. It's 42% higher than a decade ago. So when you're already juggling everyday bills, college can be a challenge. Well, Erin Cantrell shows us how some folks are getting creative with crowdfunding. Look into the generosity of strangers.
Mackenzie Brown is already a labor and postpartum doula, but she aspires to become a labor and delivery nurse.
Those of us that are trying to go to school, we could barely afford it. We could barely afford cost of living.
But having the funds to pay for it, it's a challenge.
I was kind of leaning on financial aid when I very first started the program. I was getting FAFSA, but I experienced something where I had to take a break. So this quarter, I had used everything that I had saved from my taxes that I had got in February.
Brown, like many other college students, are turning to a surprising place: GoFundMe, to stay in college.
It's a very prideful thing. It's seen as like you're begging, but I feel like you have to have a certain attitude to obtain help.
GoFundMe reports there's been a 15% increase in fundraisers for college tuition and related expenses over the last year. In 2024 alone, nearly 40,000 people and organizations received support from the platform for tuition and scholarships. Brown says she's not asking for a handout, but a chance to level up.
We're taking these sacrifices and we're going to school and we're trying to get in these career positions to where we can better ourselves. And then when we're in those roles, it's like we don't have anybody that's advocating or pushing us to get there.
This mother says she's willing to take on side jobs to pay for her next quarter of classes, because she's determined to build a better future.
We need more nurses that advocate for us. Like, there's a really big disparity in Tennessee, and I don't think a lot of people are looking at that.
In Nashville, Erin Cantrell, News Channel 5.
Thanks, Erin. To get this, more teachers, understandably, are also turning to GoFundMe. The platform shared data showing that last year, thousands of educators used it to help supply their classrooms because they just don't get it anymore in the budget, but they raised more than $3.3 million.
Well, summer officially arrives on Friday, but the heat is already on, and that means your electric bill is probably on the rise too. In an effort to keep your money in your pocket, I stopped by NES today. Brent Baker told me about 2 programs you can take advantage of right now to make sure your home is energy efficient.
So the big program we talk about a lot is a partnership with TVA, which is Home Uplift, which is all throughout the year we upgrade people's homes, putting insulation and doing big heating and air projects. We also have a partnership with Metro right now and Needlink that is an insulation program called Insulation for Impact, and we're encouraging people to sign up for getting insulation, and it's going on right now.
Some other things you can do: opt for the grill or the microwave and avoid heating up the oven or the stove as much as possible. Close the shades on the sunny side of your home. Only use fans while you're in the room. Also a good way to avoid sticker shock on your summer or your winter bill. Sign up for budget billing.